I should have shown you before I unloaded, but I unloaded all this crap here. So we're gonna reorganize our shelves, clean this out. And then one thing I like about this little van is this guy, this side. So the bigger vans that we get, I'd like to have something like this, whether it's the truck with the shell or whatever. But I'm gonna reorganize it because we have a lot of tools here that are just one-off tools, like several bags, 2 hoppers, just some crap that we just don't need in the van. Because the whole purpose of this is systems and simplicity. The simpler you can make something, the easier it flows. So if I just have as few tools as possible in this van, all the tools I need for the job, but that's it. No extras, no one-off tools. If I need a one-off tool, I bring it that day. That way things are easier to find, more stuff can fit in here. So that's kind of the goal. So I'll show you in just a little bit what the van looks like when it's finished. And this is the shop. I'll just briefly show it, but the shop that the plumbers are letting me use, which I really am appreciative of. So they have some signage, so I'll just kind of do this a little bit. But that's the shop in the very back corner is what they're allowing me to use. Really, really appreciative of that. So I have kind of a parking lot to do stuff like this and get things going. And actually just across the street here, we can't see, but like those buildings there is, I talked to somebody about a lease. Hopefully they call me today, which is very close, and that's a storefront, because I really like a storefront. Mainly because I think I want to expand my Mush Better Mushroom Company into that as well. So every state All Four Walls opens, Mush Better Mushrooms is there also. So I'll show you the van, what it looks like in just a moment. Wish I could do like a time lapse or something, but we have this figured out here, a lot more simplified. And I'll explain when I'm done, but I just kind of cleaning these shelves off, and then we'll continue to get more of this in here. So honestly, half of these shelves are probably going to be empty, but that there's so few tools in here that everything is just so easy to find. Too many contractors think they have to have every tool with them ever. Just carry the tools you need, and then have tools, the one-offs. You know what job you're going to do in the morning, so if you need a one-off tool, bring it with you. So about halfway through here, and I've been at this maybe 3 hours, so don't be afraid to put in a lot of work. It's Saturday. I'm not getting paid for this, and well, if you look at it that way, I'm getting paid for everything I do, if you think of it that way. Anyway, we'll just keep trucking along here. Okay, I think I am done. This is going to be mechanical tools. Let's pull it out here. This is going to be mechanical tools, and that's generally the first thing we do. So easily open the door, get mechanical tools out. Then in the back of the van here, okay, we need this for the first part of the project. The ladder fit really nice here, which I kind of think is pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is go to Home Depot and get a strap and strap it here. And then this is my wash bucket and then my topping. So the topping's heavy because it has material in it. So I'm going to strap this down here and loop it around so that holds tight. This fan, that hook is just too big, and I'm going to centralize it like right there. And I'm going to hang that fan right there. So right here will be an open spot. This material here, you generally just take what you need for the day. So that, I mean, that's a little bit more than one day's worth of stuff, but I'm basically creating a cavity here. So at the end of the day, this material will be lessened. So I have a big cavity here so that my dirty tarps can fit here. My drywall is going to slip in this way. Okay. And then in here, I've tried to make it as simple as possible. So up here we have two brooms, a push broom and this broom, and then my 4 poles. Over here in back is my texturing tools. And then we have sanders, plastic, and I put this little piece of wood in so this stuff doesn't slide that way while I drive. So this stays put. Down here, I took out a shelf here on the inside for that air compressor. So this shelf actually fit nice here. And what I like about it is it creates a stop point so that my mudding tools, and here it can't go anywhere. So that, because I've had too many times where it slides down and then you can't find the stuff. So while I'm working, this is, you know, on the inside of the house so I can easily get to my mudding tools and knives or pans and stuff. Down here, just kind of a catch-all a little bit. So we have our orange peel hopper, banjo, and just a few other things. And then down here, so this topping and the wash bucket will be out here when we're working the field. So then this will be easily gotten to. So then we have extra material. We have new bags and used bags, and we use 5 and 20. And this I thought was so cool. I had these trash bags here. I was like, what am I going to do with these trash bags? Because you need them every once in a while. So there was this little cavity here. So how am I going to get to that? So on this side, there is a little hole right here. See that? So I can grab my trash bags. It's kind of coincidental. So I kind of like that. And then over here, so the standard is going to be that, so this I just need to take back to the room and wash it because we only really need one gun in the car. So new tarps go up front, then dirty tarps here. If you're working alone, when I have a trainee, I'm going to have to temporarily put these here, but the standard will be new tarps go here. And you generally per day need 6 to 7 large tarps and then maybe 2 to 3 runners. So maybe a little too many tarps. I could fit them down here if I'm having trouble seeing out the mirror. But that's probably a few, just a couple too many. So really happy with this progress today. So again, this is it. Really here, it's, you need to overthink certain things. And I have used super high, whatever you want to call it, high IQ thought for this. Because I was pretending that I was working the field, and what am I going to do? What am I in this scenario? I need to get to this tool readily. So I was kind of trying to keep that in mind, and I really feel very good about this. And really the only downside about this van now is it won't fit full sheets, which is the biggest drawback. So you can kind of put one sheet in between that gap with the door shut. It didn't shut all the way, but like that gap right there. So like, and then your drywall has to stop here, and that's like 5.5 feet. So it's not quite there. Back is that, but besides that, I really feel like I've overthought everything. That this van is fantastic. I have ideas because this is a good van. If we can use it, we can use it. If we got rid of that seat and then cut this open and then a sheet fit through, silly, but an idea, right? And you got, yeah, no, ideas have to stay on the table until you rule them out. So really happy with this. So again, today's Saturday. I'm going to go over to a couple lease places and look at those today. They haven't called me back, so this is just going to be kind of an external look, and I'll show you guys. But really happy with today. Today was very happy with what I've accomplished today. So, okay, so here I'm building, but where the plumbers are based there, I mean, there must be 100 units here, but it's not a storefront and it's not ideal, but it might be just something we deal with. So I just emailed them to see what their pricing is, but let's check out the storefront. It's about 1.5 miles from here. All right, so here is the spot here. So this is right off a main road, and if you can see, these storefronts here are pretty nice. Like, some of these are open. It even says they're open, but they all have a garage like this, and I think this would be very intriguing. Let's look at the back of this. Yeah, see these garages? It would be very intriguing. The one downside I think here is parking. So if that's what we have, the problem in Utah is parking is a struggle, because we have 5 vehicles there, and in the morning the vehicles are there plus the employees' cars are there, so we take up a lot of spaces. So it's hard. Here I just don't see a ton of parking. Let's dodge. Good size spot. That it's well, like, why are you taking a picture of me? Good size spot. So hopefully something like that works out. All right, I think this is how I'm gonna finalize it, I think. So I got a bungee cord here, so this can't move, and then this stays put. And then the topping's always full or heavy, so it always stays there. The vacuum was there. I think I'm gonna have it there just so it can tie down so it doesn't move. I got a hook and then a bungee so that doesn't flop. So we have a whole space there. And so really this is, we can fit a lot of drywall in here. And really we would only ever need like maybe 2 sheets, so that would be cut in half 4 slices. We have a bunch of this. This honestly is like a day and a half worth of wood. So we would never need that much. So the van is pretty organized. I'm really actually quite happy with it. Really, I'm quite happy with it, except that we can't fit full sheets. So, you know. And another thing I didn't mention, that hole there, it'll fit a bead. So I notched it out so square bead can fit in there. And then it fits all the way through, and then I bungee it here so it doesn't bend. So I can fit full 8-stick bead in here. Bungeed this down. Anyway, I really think that I'm pretty impressed with this, and we should see what it looks like in the next 5 days of service here. Anyway, that's the video for today.